Hello, welcome to Halcyon Blink, where in this episode I'm going to be taking a look at the Dynasty Warriors Series. Before I get into the nitty gritty, I have one question to ask you. Do you want to effortlessly smash through hundreds, if not thousands, of enemy soldiers in ancient China with a vast array of magical weaponry with the most audacious of hairstyles complemented by the best that J-Rock has to offer? Then why the f*** are you not playing Dynasty Warriors, I hear you ask? There's 8 or 9 of the games, which one do I play? To which I reply, any. Because they're all the f***ing same. No, seriously. I played the installments 5 through 8. 9, I believe, has just been released on the PS4, and all 4 of them were exactly the same. Exactly the same. Movesets, sound effects, the maps, the graphics, everything. The only thing that changed was the menu setup, and how you navigate to get to the Battle of Ludong, or whatever it was called. The fact of the matter is that the game is repetitive as f***, not in its actual gameplay. Okay, it is, but in terms of how lazy the creators are year in, year out, just releasing effectively the same game, albeit with 8 scratched out and 9 written in its place. It's it's clearly inspired by FIFA, so good job EA for inspiring a classic in that sense.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I mean, just to be a bit more thorough, the graphics, the controls, the map layouts, the feel of the game and the dynamics never change. So much so that whenever EA think of putting out more effort into their games, like FIFA for instance, they look at Konami and Dynasty Warriors, sigh a relief, sip a pina colada and tell the developers to get the back to work and crank out another FIFA before the end of the year and focus on that DLC as soon as possible and squeeze the money out of their client base as much as they possibly can. Dangle the journey in front of them if they like, but don't spend too much time on it. We wouldn't want anything original or even remotely inventive now, would we? But should you play Dynasty Warriors? Well, that depends. If you have no friends, then no. Absolutely, this game is boring as balls.
Please be my friend.
But if you have friends, then prepare for the to get real. I mean, just from my experiences playing with one of my exes, and indeed one of my best buds, Mickey B, there's so much competitiveness between the two players that the race to outfight and out KO your friend on the same army is exhilarating. The thrill of a dual Muso attack where you both hit a super meter that's maxed out, lightning strikes, you both pause and it swoops round the two players as they execute a ridiculous onslaught of attacks is just thrilling as f***. You're changing an attack into a new combo for the first time as you discover a new moveset for a new character, and the horror as you encounter the one man whose eyebrows alone could kick your ass.
Look at that! It's Lubu!
A few moments later.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
And whose theme music alone will have you exclaiming the same thing every single time without fail. It's Lubu! Run away! Quickly! He's gonna us up! Only for him to catch you and spear your ass back to the Stone Age. Seriously, Lubu is not to be f***ed with. Even on the easiest difficulty, he's the hardest enemy in the game. And on max difficulty, forget it. If you run into him, he's faster than you, he's stronger than you, he has a red hair, so even if you're on a horse, he will catch you, and defending against him is futile because he has a ton of defense blockers. So good luck with that if you decide to play and you're playing on your own. With a friend, you might have a chance to take him down, especially if you're Guan Yu and Zhang Fei like I am, and my bro Mickey B usually is, but other than that, yeah, prepare for the to get real when you bump into old Lou Boozy. So coming back to the reason why I think you should play this game. With friends, Dynasty Warriors Series is just such a giggle, and if you've never experienced it, pick up a copy, doesn't matter which one, and rock it with a friend with a weekend, you won't regret it. It's dirt cheap wherever you can pick it up. I think I picked up 8 for like £2. Dynasty Warriors 9 is brand new, but give it a couple of weeks, you'll probably be able to pick it up for a tenner. As far as ratings go though, it's a very average if not poor game, maybe earning a 5 out of 10, so don't go thinking this is going to be a great gaming experience for the quality of the game. But in terms of an experience you can share with a mate, it's such a laugh. You really won't care about its flaws. You won't care about the repetitive nature of the maps or how generic and bland they are and how disconnected the jumps feel from the character to, you know, the floor, often feeling like it's fun. There's no fall damage, for instance, so it feels unrealistic at times. But you won't care about any of those things. It's such a good giggle. Just remember 2 things though. If Lu Bu comes, run. You run, you run like he's Agent Smith and you're Neo. Just run.
12 seconds later.
It's on the run.
Mr. Wizard, get me the hell out of here!
And number 2, dibs on Guan Yu. He's my character. You can't play as him. His beard alone, I'm envious of because it's just so long, flowing, and glorious. It doesn't even look like a beard. It looks like he's got a cape strapped to his face. It's pretty badass. Anyway. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Halcyon Razor Review. Please like, share and subscribe. If you've got any other suggestions for Halcyon Blinks you'd like to see, please leave them in the comment section below. But while you're doing that, check out the description for channel links to other content creators that I would really appreciate you go check out. And they'd appreciate the views and likes, so please go do that. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.